Unity. What a Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, but my God, Unity, what are you doing? I mean, this might even be the end of Unity now, because I don't think anyone's going to trust them going forward. Even if they backpedal, I don't see anyone. Like, do you think game designers would still use Unity after this? Like, I don't think they would. I think people will be too scared.
And now I'm going to go into the monologue because
go ahead.
There's a lot to unpack here. So
I'm looking forward to this. Get the popcorn out.
Well, Unity at the moment has gone under fire because they recently announced terms and conditions for the game engine where that anyone is able to build games in Unity will be charged for each install of their game. So if they're on personal, they get paid about, I think it's around 20 cents or some sort, but they get to pay less if they subscribe to their services, which means they're trying to reinforce Unity as if it's a paid subscription service. And
making sense.
But what's really bad is that because the people get charged per each install, it just means that if you make any games and you don't have to pay development costs for it, but if you put it on things like itch.io or try to sell it cheap on Steam, you're more likely to get overcharged. And I think this is likely to be abused because they're already trying to clarify in the terms and conditions to make sure they don't get charged any extra for reinstalls. But when you consider piracy and people getting it for free, then then we definitely have a huge problem.
It makes no sense. And also that's Game Pass as well. Go on, sorry. Did I get ahead? I'm sorry, I went ahead, sorry.
Well, I did say there's going to be a monologue because they announced those terms and conditions will come in effect in 2024. Unity has probably temporarily closed its offices over the potential threat of attacks because of the controversial pricing changes. And now that Unity has issued a statement to apologize for the confusion and is looking into dealing with the terms agreements.
Okay. So, I mean, they apologized for the confusion. No one's there saying, it's not our fault, it's your fault. You're stupid. You don't understand what we're saying. Like, no, Unity, we get what you're saying. You're just greedy people. Doesn't make sense. That's a really bad move, I really think. Go ahead, sir.
Well, because of this controversial terms changes, they're now gonna. It's now led to developers. I mean, there's YouTubers bringing up this whole issue and how bad it is, but there's a lot of developers who have already backed out, and they are now looking to switch to either Godot or Unreal because they feel as if these whole kinds of things is just likely to affect their development. And I think this is really, really bad because as someone who's actually been doing games in Unity, I want to put holes in the mobile, which is now removed from the store. But if I kept selling it, then I could get paid more for whenever people make installs. And I'm not actually making a lot of money from it. It's almost as if Unity is trying to profit from my game. And it's just for the reason that I'm not going to go ahead and try to improve holes and bring it back even to itch.io because I feel it just means, I'm going to end up having to be paid more. So I have to relearn another games engine or do that. But I'm not, just kind of killed my interest of sorting the game out. But not only that, many developers have already spoke. And now they're just going to switch to another engine, which is going to cause more delays. And it's all because that Unity is actually trying to force people to pay up more. And I think this is just really, really terrible.
It's just greed at the end of the day. I was also going to mention the fact that your game is called Holes. People who don't know that, you made a game called Holes when you just after you finished university. Because when you said I put holes in my phone, I was like, what? What do you mean? It's just thinking you with a screwdriver in your phone. Holes is your game, yeah. Also, I could hear seagulls in the background, so just FYI, people wondering why there's seagulls. It's because you're in Cornwall, isn't it? So you on the seaside ish. Yeah, just FY.
All
I
right,
just
you
noticed
don't
that. I
have
was like,
to mention too much because I'm just like got a noise reduction doing editing.
okay, sorry. I just thought, yeah, it's like just if people were confused.
But yeah, so because of this, like Unity's still looking to deal with the terms and conditions there, but they also mentioned that if people like install the games through Game Pass, it just means Microsoft will cover the fees for those installs. And like, really, Unity has to like try to do cop outs and try to treat Microsoft like some kind of scapegoat. I mean,
I don't
what?
think Xbox are gonna be putting up with that shit. I can see their lawyers already getting ready to go. Oh, really? We're paying you extra, are we? I don't think so. We've already signed a contract here, Unity. You can't just change the contract halfway through our bloody. No, I think Xbox is. That's the thing. They piss off Xbox, Sony, and Nintendo here, and I think they're not going to be happy. I don't think any of them are going to put up with that shit. Yeah. Good luck with that, Unity. Jesus Christ,
Well,
idiots.
I think it's just going to mean that uh, the drama still continues, but I think because of this, how bad it turns out, it's just going to lead to like new and former Unity games because the install fees retroactively affects games that have been made on Unity that's been released before, and it just means developers could be pulling out games from like Xbox storefronts and other storefronts, and
Stupid.
now it's just like more complications too because like there's Hollow Knight Silk Song made using
Yeah.
Unity, but now it's just going to be like, oh, could mean a bigger delay because they may end up having issues with Unity. And also there's Vampire Survivors, which is actually made using Unity.
Oh no, I
The
didn't know that.
developer has came out and said about the issues of how the install fees affect the pricing of it, which could mean it might get delisted and be repurposed in a new games engine.
Oh no, I hope not. I love Vampire Survivors. Yeah. So annoying. I hope this gets sorted, but obviously I don't think people are going to trust Unity going forward, and this is bad luck for Unity. I think they've shot themselves in the foot massively. This makes me feel of like this is like Xbox One launch kind of backfiring, like kind of talk, like, oh yeah, if we got a console for you, it's called the Xbox 360. Like, when Xbox has took 10 years to recover from that. I feel like this is like that level, if not even worse than that. I think this is massive backlash, massive stupid cock up. They need to fix this straight away. They need to get their asses to sort this because I don't think Unity is going to be a thing going forward if they don't get this sorted quickly. Even if they backpedal, I don't know if people are going to trust them going forward. Like, would you make a game for Unity now? I wouldn't.
Oh no,
I definitely would.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. They've built a lot of bridges here, and I think they need to get that sorted.
Also, I need to mention that I think there's already like comment section on certain websites, and the people thinking as if people are overreacting and being melodramatic about the terms and conditions. I think they will just like stick to it in the end. And like, well, it's not like we have to like instantly pull out when it's like, oh, we are gonna get charged per each install because Unity is like, oh, don't worry, we'll try to sort it out so it's easier for you. But they still like gonna double down on the install fees, which still means that developers should be right to worry and just move out and go to other engines. Also, the Godot has already added things like C# programming things and all those bits. And there's even Humble Bundle, who's already like released a bundle which gives you all the resources to help you develop games on Godot. So
well, I definitely do that. I think that's something I might buy myself. Actually, now you've said that. I was going to say as well. I don't understand how they can retroactively do this. That's another thing I don't understand. Like, surely people have signed contracts and they filled these things in. And you can't literally just go, we want money from something you made like 10 years ago. I don't understand how you could do that. I don't even know how you physically can retroactively do that. Like, surely people have signed contracts and stuff already. It seems weird to me that you can physically do that. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but to me, this seems a bit weird to me that you can retroactively charge people for games they made 10, 15 years ago. I don't understand that, but okay. Thank you for listening to the X Marks the Box podcast. Follow us at xmarksbox on Twitter or X Marks the Box on YouTube. And follow us on all audio podcast services. Thanks for listening.